Hey guys, what's up? It's Serena here. I hope you've had a wonderful week, great bank holiday. Mine's been very, very busy just because I've been setting up this home clinic, nearly ready. So it's going to be opening on the 8th of June. It's holistic therapies, pay what you can, every Wednesday and Saturday for my wonderful creatives, my fellow artists and performers, because it's tough out there. And I'm kind of so sick of everyone expecting us to pay so much money and we never get to actually spend it properly on our health without breaking the bank, because things like, show reels and workshops and headshots and rent, surviving comes first. So this is something to do with your health, putting your health first if you can, when you can. I'm based in London. This is a home clinic, which I'm literally just using my spare room to try and help as many of you guys as I can. And they are half an hour treatments for pay what you can. So honestly, if you can only afford £5, then that's what you can pay. That's fine. There's no catch, no bullshit, no hidden charges, nothing. All I'm trying to do is help my fellow creatives. And there have been so many times where me as a qualified therapist has been trying to find someone to give me a treatment without me spending 60, 70, 80, 90 pounds in London. So the doors open. If any other day throughout the week you are around and you want to book for an hour, that's going to be £35 for an hour. Again, it's any treatment that you want, and it's £28 for half an hour. But those Wednesdays and Saturdays are all I can do for pay as you can right now. I am trying to expand as quickly and efficiently as I can. This is my own clinic, so it's literally just me doing all of this off my own bat. So I really hope it will help as many of you guys as possible. And I'll also be posting free health advice as much as you guys can, as much as you guys need. Sorry, it's been a long week, so forgive me if I'm stuttering. But I'm also hosting end of month workshops. These are 4 hours. You get juice, like fresh pressed juice, and workshop to do with making and keeping your own kind of herbal remedies at home, food as medicine, really great remedies for things like vocal cords and injured kind of like ligaments, bones, if you're kind of healing from broken bones. I know lots of dancers out there and stuntmen out there who really have a tough time sometimes. So all these things will be factored in, and you'll get a meal which I will show you exactly how to prepare and enjoy as well. So that's the end of the month, and that will come from June onwards. That as well is a pay what you can workshop, so whatever you can afford at the time. That again isn't going to break the bank. It's technically worth £25 a head, so great if you can pay that, awesome. But if not, just what's doable. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I've been in this industry a really long time, but I've also been in the holistic industry for a very long time. For those of you who don't know me and my history very well, I helped my dad run his clinic for a little bit. I'm technically a third generation of naturopaths, acupuncturists, osteopaths, all those alternative medicines that you could possibly think of and treatments. I grew up with them. And I also never recommend anything that I don't try myself first. But this is something that's very important to me. I think it's crucial and sorely lacking in this industry, that our poor artists are just kind of left to deal with rejection and no, and traveling and spending money, and sometimes not being able to work consistently. Everyone knows it's been really tough. Look what happened with COVID, the dreaded words, and just how many people were restricted because of things like vaccinations and etc. But I digress. So all this is on top of being able to sort your health out at a reasonable price. I'm trying to make sure that everyone's able to get their immune system up throughout the year. And just to leave you on a very small note, because I'm going on now, but 4 things that you need to do if you can every day, and your immune system will be boosted at least 40%. First of all is look at your stress levels throughout the day, throughout the week. Find out if you are stressed, where it's coming from. Sometimes stress can be extremely subconscious, and it's not just, oh, I've got a busy day at work. Sometimes it's a situation you're in, a relationship you're in, the environment, the job. Just check in with yourself. So that's the first one. Look at your stress levels. Second one is your sleep. Sleep is so important, and for women, us ladies, we need to be getting at least 8 hours every single day. It sounds really, really long, but it's needed. And we need really good REM sleep in order to regulate our hormones and our cortisol levels, which then increase the stress. So if you can, try for the next 30 days to get to the bed by 9 o'clock. For some of you, that sounds ridiculously early, and I understand some performers, it's just not possible, but do what you can. Get to bed 9 p.m. I was going to say 9 a.m. there. 9 p.m. and no screens after 7. Get into bed, listen to something that you really like, whether that's music, a podcast, an audiobook. Nothing too, jumpy. If you're listening to like a good thriller or something, maybe try and tone it down to something a bit more relaxing, but each to your own. And once you start to feel yourself drift off, it should only take about half an hour. And close the book, take out the audio, whatever, and put it away from your bed and just allow yourself to go to sleep. And you should, if you're going to bed, the earlier you go, the longer and deeper you will sleep. Your body naturally understands that, because all of that sleep-induced melatonin will kick in from about 8:45 to 9 p.m. So the earlier we go to bed, the longer we actually sleep. And the earliest your body should ever wake you up is 5 a.m. If you're waking up in the middle of the night or before then and you're not sleeping, that's a key factor that your cortisol level is way too high. So again, that goes back to the stress. Sleep and stress go hand in hand. So try and get those early hours in. And do it for the next 30 days, see what happens. Helps with our menstrual cycles, hormone regulation, cortisol levels, stress regulation. It will allow us to deal with more stress. Also things like detoxing. You detox so much when you sleep. Third thing is how much water you're getting in. And I'm not talking about Thames tap water crap. I'm talking about ionized, alkalized water. Spring water you can do. Ionized water is probably the best thing. My favorite water at the moment, because I don't have an ionizer in my house, I've just had to get rid of my filter, but is a brand called Active, ACTIPH. It's an Edinburgh based spring, and they alkalize the water for you. Sorry, it's been a long day. So as a brand, they're my favorite. Their water is really good, and you can get it in London. It's not the cheapest, but it's really good. Next best thing is just simple mineral water or a filter, Brita filter. And the last thing I want you to look at, especially now it's technically close to summer, is your sunlight intake. It's so important that we get as much sun as possible. The sun will wake you up more than a cup of coffee. If you sit there for about 10 minutes every morning, you'll feel it. It will wake you up. It regulates your kidney function and your liver function. These two things help with cortisol levels, stress levels, sleep levels, and your anger triggers. Things with menstrual cycle can be really tough if our liver's in just an irritated state. So getting into the sun is so important, particularly for women. It's more important than the food intake that we have. So get in the sun. If you can't get to the sun, the next best thing is going to be an infrared light. So if you've got infrared, even just a little one that you just pop on your countertop or something, or a desk, and you just sit in front of it for 10 minutes, really helps you. And if you can't do any of those, get to a sunbed. Not all the time, we don't want to overdo it, but a sunbed still has those UV rays. And little trick, if you've got just a normal cold and you're feeling a little bit run down and you haven't had enough sleep, go to a sunbed for 9 minutes max, 6 minutes min. And within an hour after you've been to that sunbed, you will feel all of those kind of niggling bits of cold and flu will start to go. Same comes with if you've had a skin inflammation like eczema, which I used to suffer from. It gets rid of all those things because it boosts the immune system of your skin. And it's also the UV rays that we sit in the sun to get help the liver process the so-called bad cholesterol in our system. So that's why if we're not in the sun enough, our cholesterol level goes up and up. And that's the so-called bad cholesterol that we see. It's got nothing to do with actually going up and down. It's just the fact that we don't have the UV rays to process that with the liver. So it looks incredibly high. But that will be a different video that I will post at another time. So if anything, just look at your stress level, your sleep, your sunlight, and your water. All 4 of those are more important than the food. That comes before any food that you're doing every single day, and I promise your immune system will boost by at least 40%. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Go enjoy your evening, and I will see you at the next video. Love and light, guys.